Hello friends, hola amigos, and welcome back to the Pennine Way. I am slightly north to where we got off a few months ago. Chelford Moor I'm currently on, and these are my current surroundings. As he drops his walking pole. A little village there. That's known as the summit. The high point of the Rochdale Canal. And literally just over there is Yorkshire, West Yorkshire. We are heading, let me grab it, walking pole. We are heading straight up and see, you've had a 360. Yep, we're heading straight up where we'll meet the official Pennine Bridle Way. Then the plan is to hike north. We're going to go past a couple of big reservoirs. Let me get you on a better angle. That's better, isn't it? My plan is, there's a rather, on the map, stunning looking outcrop of rocks, and that's where I'd like to camp for the night. Where I am geographically is between Littleborough and Todmorden, on the moors just north of both of them towns. Once I get to the top of where I'm hiking, I will be taking a left, which will be heading directly north into West Yorkshire, and we will go past these different reservoirs, which I will tell you by name. But yeah, that's the plan. Hike another section of the Pennine Way, camp at somewhere that on the map looks stunning, well, looks interesting, should we say, and then hike back, basically. That's the plan. So I wouldn't normally be hiking back the same way, but Stu, who's just dropped me off, has said he'll pick me up. So, because my other plan was to just drop down into Todmorden and get the train back. So yeah, Heather's out. See Rochdale in the distance. So yeah, the wild moors. I'll bring you back when I've got up to the top of this ridge line. So yeah, bit of a topsy-turvy intro, but that's the plan. I'll give you the name of the outcrop of rocks when I know that I can definitely get there. I don't want to give out the name just yet in case I don't make it that far. And because that'll be where I'll start off on the next leg of the Pennine Way, but hopefully we should comfortably make it, I'd like to think. So yeah, anyway, bring you back up there. And that, my friends, is the slog, or the upward slog done. I am on the official main Pennine Way Bridle Way, and it is as flat as a pancake there, as you can see. I am high up with plenty of grand views. We're finally heading north. that was more of a slog than I anticipated. I had to stop for some refreshments, some chocolate, some electrolytes, and yeah, that was, I thought that'd be an easy, well, it's never easy, but anyway, we're up, and as I say, what a nice track. So, I shall bring you back at different places of interest. We are now officially in Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, though we're heading north. Well, Yorkshire's north of Lancashire anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm on totally new ground. Never been here in my life. Been to some of the towns and villages down in the valley before, but never been up here, so yeah, very excited. So yeah, I will see you all at interesting places like that. So, always the beauty of walking somewhere you've never been is you just don't know what's round every corner. Having said that, because I knew I was coming up here this weekend, I've been studying the map every night for over a week. So I knew that we've got a lot of we've got about 3 big well, I was going to say big until I saw this first one, and you can just see that it obviously usually fills up this basin, at least here, and there's some water over there that on the map it joins onto. I've gone and forgot its name, so I'll put that in post. But that just tells you about the summer we've had. Having said that, on that slog up, I did actually come across a bog, a proper watery, I had to skirt my way around bog. So there is still water in these hills, but not nearly as much as there should be. But yeah, I'll put the name of this res in post, and then we've got an even bigger one that we pass next, so I'll look up the name for that one. I've literally left the reservoir. We're still in the overspill, and to my shock and surprise, there's Stoobley Pike. I don't know if you'll see it on this camera. I will again get some phone. It is, let me, now you zoomed in. It is right there. So, now I've seen it and I've realised I can get there within 45 minutes max, maybe even quite a bit less. I'm going to go, I'm going to head off the main Pennine Bridle Way and head to somewhere called Langfield Edge. it looks quite gnarly with the. It looks like there's some good rock formations, so it should be interesting. And there's a bit of wind, so if I need any wind shelter, that's the kind of place to get it. So yeah, it's been nice walking on this flat path, but you want to see the sights, you've got to go off piste. So that's what we're about to do right here. Though exactly where, I'm not sure, so OS time again. So we've now left the Pennine Way, proper bridle way. I mean, we're still on the Pennines, we're going to be on the Pennines for this whole adventure, but we're now on one of these paths that are put in usually to so your feet aren't, so you aren't bog hopping all the time. But with the dry summer we've had, there's not much bog. Yeah, it's I can see dried up bogs. I've been seeing them all day. I am, and I'm getting a great view of Stoodley Pike. I don't know if you'll pick it up. I'll do the old zoom in again. Just a quick one, because we're going to get some great views, but I want to now, it's around 5 o'clock. Where I'm heading, like I say, I've never been there before, so luckily my tent doesn't take up much space, but it's a very, well, yeah, it looks like a rock escarpment, or it could just be very steep ground. If it's very steep ground, I've got to double back and find myself a campsite, so just stopped again for another couple of Mars bars and some electrolyte drink, and now it's get a bit of a charge on. But thankfully I might have left the Pennine bridle way, but we're still on good walking ground, so should make good progress. Langfield Edge we're heading to, and like I say, on the map it looks dramatic on the map, I'll say that much. So guys, that's Langfield Edge, and as stunning as this is, problem is there's villages down in the valley, but there is an outcrop of rock. Let me get me. There's an outcrop of rock there, and I'm zoomed in on. I hate that. Not a professional operation, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna head for that outcrop of rock, and I think anywhere on the other side of it, I'll be out of sight of the villages. And still have views down here, and I'll be able to come just for walks down here. We've just had the sun out, so I mean, I wasn't expecting any kind of sunset, but wow, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take some photos and then I'm going to head over to the outcrop of rocks, and hopefully that's where we can call home for the night. I'll bring you back in a bit. Well guys, this is officially Langfield Edge, and it is stunning. I'm just gonna let you walk with me. It does carry on down there, and I don't think we're going to be going down there because I need to head right up there, but I knew it looked good on the map, and I wasn't wrong. It's just a shame we got them villages down in the valley. Otherwise I could find a pitch down here. Or maybe I still could, you know. And just be out of sight of the valley. I can see a spot down there. I'm gonna go and check it out. Might as well bring you along. See how easy it is to get down first. Because that's the problem. Wild camping in England is illegal. I don't even know how you do get down. And some do-gooder down in the village could say, oh, someone's camping up on the hillside, especially with this drought that we've had. I don't know if this, no, I don't think that's the right way. Probably could get, but I'll tell you what, I'll finish what I was saying. Yeah, some do-gooder in the village could say, oh, I can see a tent up on the hill. Shouldn't be there, especially with all these wildfires. And they'd send a farmer up and move me on. Even though, you know, I leave no trace, I am super careful. If I have a brew, I'll put me burner on one of these rocks well away from any grass. Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to go for a walk down first. I'll show you what's down there when I get down there, but I'm going to have a ponder and see what it's like first. If it is out of view, if there is a few spots out of view of the village, then maybe it's a goer. If not, back up to that outcrop up the top, right at the top. And that wouldn't be the worst thing in the, well, in fact, that'd be pretty good because you get some pretty good views up there, I reckon. Right, anyway, I'm talking to myself pretty much. See you in a bit. So guys, bit of a dilemma. Them rocks that look way further away on this camera than they are is where I want to camp, and I have just done some tufty grass walking, tufty grass walking, and as soon as I get close, there's fences. I don't know, again, I don't know if you'll see them. There's a fence that runs here, and then there's another one. And then I saw this path, and I thought, oh, this probably goes straight up to it. But no, there's a fence that looks like it goes all the way across. I'm like, I want to camp up there. It's kind of the highest spot. You got some good views over to Stubbly Pike over there. And I'm just like, I'm not sure what to do. The ground ain't great for camping, but that doesn't mean it's uncampable. I'll certainly find a spot to camp, so no worries there. I just want to get to that outcrop of rock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through this rusty old gate, and then I'm going to put myself through it again, but I'm going to follow this fence line all the way up there, and then hopefully I can get round. Or if not, I'm still high up, so. But I want a rocky outcrop to brew up on. So, fingers crossed. So, I have had a change of plan in just walking back. I had to walk back to it doesn't matter. Anyway, in walking back, I've seen these for the last hour. There's again, I don't know if you'll see them on this camera. They're only tiny rocks, but it's an outcrop of rock, and it's got some good colour in the sky, and there looks some decent grass again for camping. And I also looked at the time. Oh, it's 6 p.m. on a Sunday night. There ain't going to be many people coming up here now. And I'm sure I'll see one or two for the next couple of hours. Well, I say that, it's dark by 9, isn't it now? So yeah, I'm on a decent path. So yeah, and I get great views across the valley to Stubbly Pike, so it's so it doesn't look very flat, but as long as I can find you guys know how big my tent is, so I don't need much flat ground or even slightly tilted. As long as my head's on the upside, we're good. So right, fingers crossed guys, this is the one, because I'm ready to get this bag off my back, let me tell you. Well, I am happy. I am camping where my hiking pole is. Right in this boulder field. We're miles off path. Can't be seen by. There might be a farm in the distance with binoculars. Well, actually, yeah, on the side of the valley behind me, yeah. But they'll be able to see the top. They'll be able to see me. Whether they'll be able to see the tent, that's a different matter. Lots of flat rock to sit on, to brew up on. I've just brought some chicken tikka wraps for tea, so we're not cooking. I didn't want to have me jet boil burning for too well. If I'd have known I'd got rock surfaces like this, I might have thought differently, but I was a bit nervous about, well, not nervous, but yeah, having the jet boil burning for 5, 7, 8 minutes with all these wildfires, I thought I'll just bring some cold food and but I'm having my brews. But yeah, I found all these flat rocks, and there's Stoobley Pike. Zoom in. I don't know anything about Stoobley Pike other than it's some kind of monument. Just zoom you back out. So the time is, watch is on up. Watch is dying, so I've put it on saving mode. It's about 6:30. I'm going to give it a half hour, so I'm going to have a brew basically before I pitch my tent. Though I doubt anyone's going to come across here. This is my finest pitch to date. Assuming no one comes and asks me move on, I'll just straighten you up. So starting from Stoobley Pike. This is just wild Mother Nature. Big moorland. Yes, we've got the wind turbines, but more stunning hills, ancient rock formations. Oh, I do like this. I really do. Lakes on the horizon. A relatively quick get away onto the main path, ready for the hike back tomorrow. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So my friends, it's gone 7 o'clock. I haven't seen a soul in the half an hour I've just been chilling. Drone is sitting under me waterproof jacket, ready to go. But first, get tent up. So yeah, it's not the flattest pitch, but as I said earlier, as long as I have my head at the top, we'll go here. And yeah, I am look, the view's over that way, which is where I'll send my drone in a bit, and tomorrow morning, depending on what the weather's like. Probably wake up in a cloud, but we'll see. That's why I'm going to get some footage tonight, but just want to get my tent up first. Right, so yeah, let's bring it on. And another thing about one piece of equipment that I use that I think's worth more than it actually is. It's only, well, a cheap piece of foam really, but people, not many people, but 1 or 2 people say, why do you use that when you've got a big thick inflatable that you put on top of it? But it just well, it helps to keep, it's like a tent carpet, I see it as. Helps keep your tent a little bit cleaner, and it also just helps to keep everything a little bit more flat when you're on this really, really tufty grass. So I've just lied in there, and I know I'm going to have a comfy night. So the thing is, it's just started raining, only tiny little bits, but yeah, there's none forecast, but yeah, hopefully it's just a few spots, and get drone up in a bit. But right, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy. It's a stunning location, I think. I think it's my favourite location so far, just in this boulder field, especially with some of the sites beyond it. I'll get some photos and add them on after this, and you'll get to see what I mean, because I only have to walk up. I only have to walk a few feet, and epic views like this from practically front door of my camp, my tent. I thought about camping on this side, but then I'm exposed. There's a whole village down there, so this side was never an option. But we'll come and send the drone over there in a bit. Don't think this rain's going to turn into anything, so send the drone a bit over that way and do a droney from the tent, because yeah, I am stoked with this pitch. Perfect to about, I don't know, 150, 200 metres off the path. Not really visible to the path, but then close enough to the path for the hike home in the morning. And at tent level, I don't think any farms can see, unless there is any over that reservoir over there. And I think if there is any over there, I don't think they'd be bothered, to be honest. So yeah, absolutely stoked with this pitch. Right, so get the rest of the stuff done. Well, I've learnt my lessons, got my drone flights in, and happy with them. And just in time, by the looks of it. Felt it spitting earlier, and see if you can make it out on this. But that's getting all misty, which is rain moving in, because the wind's coming in this way. So it wasn't forecast, but so yeah, because I've got a feeling we're going to wake up in a cloud. So I got my drone shots in. Got all sorts. Got my chicken tikka wraps. Got brownies, dark chocolate, flapjack, Huel, some milkshake. I on a short of supplies. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm listening to this brilliant book on Audible, because I've got it free. I might as well use it. So, I forget the title because it's a weird title, and I forget the author, but I'll tell you about it later in the tent, because I'm going to get all cozied up and have me chicken tikka wrap and some of them brownies and get chilled out. So I'll bring you back in a couple of hours unless anything happens. But up on these moors, yeah, looks proper dark now, doesn't it, over there? Got some good drone footage of Stubbly Pike over there. So yeah, out here. I doubt I'll be bringing you back for anything weird or getting told to move on. But yeah, a bit gutted if hopefully it's just a shower and it just blows through and I can come back out, and might even still possibility of getting some sunset colours. Maybe that's a bit too optimistic, but you gotta have hope, haven't you? can't believe it's not even 8 o'clock, 10 to 8, and I've got the light on the camera. But just thinking, it's no wonder the next post I'll do will probably be at midnight after falling asleep, because I've just been hiking for the last 6 hours. Then I finally stopped hiking, pitched my tent, then flew my drone, which I love, and yeah, it doesn't take any physical energy, but you're concentrating. And now I've just scoffed a load of food. And I'm finally comfy and warm and cozy. So I'm gonna try read my book. I was gonna tell you what it was called. I'll tell you that later. But if the rain, weather, it's just grey out. Bits it's spitting in the air, nothing heavy at all, nothing right home about. So yeah, I'm gonna lie back now, listen to my book. Took some getting used to, that did. I like to read a book, but it's a perfect thing for it while camping. Listening to a book, perfect. So, and and I got an amazing drone shot. I don't usually download them, but it was just me sitting in my tent, and then I just took the drone off, flying backwards and as high as we could go, and you get the full scope of where I am, and it looks epic. So can't wait to fit that into some kind of video. So yeah, time to chillax. I will hopefully see you. Hopefully I won't have fallen asleep. And I'll say good night even if I have. But yeah, see you at some point in a bit. Morning, folks. I apologise I didn't get to say goodnight. I really thought I would. I was still awake listening to my book at 10 o'clock last night. And then the next thing I know, boom, 3 a.m. and it's raining. And I'm like, no, turn over, back sleep. It's just gone half 6. I just wanted to get packed up because we've just had a shower. Currently it's dry, but as I predicted, we'd wake up in a cloud, and a cloud we have woken up in. It should lift, but that, knowing the way things work for me, it'll start lifting as we start descending. That's the way it always goes. So, but yeah, slept really well, really warm. It rained quite a bit though, like I say, but I'm starting my day with a cherry and raspberry Huel. It has everything in: electrolytes, vitamins and minerals, daily vitamin A to Z, you name it, caffeine. Yeah, 100 milligram of natural caffeine, fibre, very, very good for you. So let's give it a go. That's like any it's like a normal cherry raspberry kind of fizzy pop drink. That's nice, that is. And that'll give me some energy, get at least get a couple of miles, and then I've got flapjacks and all sorts for the hike home. Should be a lot quicker as well. I will bring you back at certain places, but obviously in this there's not going to be a lot to see. But yeah, I'm going to finish this, then we'll be on our way. But yeah, a very good night's sleep. I can't leave without saying, as always, leave no trace. Yes, bit of flattened ground, but that will soon bounce back up with a bit of wind and once it dries up, which red elastic band, that must be mine. Bit of white cotton. There you go with me. We leave absolutely nothing. Take nothing but photos, videos. Leave nothing but foot tent prints. Right. Bag is considerably lighter to yesterday. Saying that, I still have plenty of electrolyte drink to get me home, and I have my water filter in case of emergency. So that was rather, yeah, that was pretty epic, I must say. I really enjoyed last night. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to contemplate my route home on the OS, and I will get back to you a bit nearer. Well, it's not home, but a bit nearer the end of this hike for me today. Great views, eh? Still, it's a decent path. I've just got to be careful. There's a path similar to this one, shoots off to the left. I must not miss that one. Well, if I did, we'd just end up in Todmorden. So, I never told you the UFO story from the 1980s. Basically, this has been a very quick telling. You can look it up on YouTube. Alan Godfrey was his name, and he was on patrol, and he saw some flashing lights up in these hills. Came up to investigate. Now, what happened, we don't know. Whether he was abducted or what, he doesn't know. But he returned, told his experience, and got fired. And Beans on Toast has wrote a song about it. It's called The Red Lion, and it's a bloody brilliant song. Don't swear very often, so yeah, I love that song. Sad tale though, regardless of my thoughts on UFOs. Yeah, it's dead easy to just keep walking one foot after the other, but yeah, got to keep an eye out for the path to the left. Let's say we're looking at the deep end, guys. I bet in summer's gone by, people have jumped off them cliffs. It'd be deep enough if it was full, that's for sure. Game over if you do it now, so don't do it now, kids. But as you know, I have the ability, excuse me, I have the ability to camp all year round now, which I certainly will be doing. I might not be going. I might not be going to some extreme places, but fells like Helm Crag or any of them, sorry again about the runny nose, it's just a thing with me. I'm forever blowing it, and at the moment blowing it's annoying, so it's weird. But yeah, it'd be good to do another Lake District fell before the real winters come. So maybe in the next month or so. And there's plenty of fells similar height to Helm Crag, because I imagine that's a busy one. But like I say, there's, spoilt for choice. I'm not saying that's next. I haven't even got home from this one yet, so let's do that first. Well, the mist is trying to break. Having said that, the forecast is for more rain, but I've broke its back now, just over 2/3 of the way. So another. I reckon the route's can be about 8-9 mile, something like that. So, oh, excuse me, break it up into threes. So yeah, 3 more miles, and the final section is downhill. we go down off the Pennine Way, though. Sorry, I've been drinking me electrolyte drink a bit too much. Got wind. It's the final section's downhill, but I'm going to have to watch my footing. I'm glad I've got a pole, because I watched a few mountain bikers come down yesterday, and they were like, whoa, this is gnarly. So it don't look that bad as long as you've got a pole, which I have, thankfully. I am so grateful I went into Manchester for this. It's only a cheap one, but still, it's done a job. Right, I'll bring you back on the downward section. Hello again, friends. The observant ones of you, i.e. all of you, might notice I'm in a very different location from the last scene. Back in the nature reserve. It's virtually 24 hours later, and the reason for that was the last scene you saw me sat on a wall talking to you guys. The wall was on White Home Reservoir, I believe. But anyway, I jumped down and I felt a twinge in my back. Didn't think anything of it. Got my backpack on. Must have walked another 1/4 mile. And the pain was slowly getting worse. And then, bang, it just kicked in and I was in agony. and thank God I went into Manchester to get that walking pole, because I virtually used that as my left leg to get me down. Never had anything like that happen. Obviously it's not that bad because I'm walking in the nature reserve. I can still feel it. I couldn't go backpacking today even if I wanted to. I know that, but I think it'll heal pretty quickly. So yeah, I mean, you didn't miss anything. Just a misty walk down a path stroke mountain bike trail. And I do want to shout out to the good people of that area. You know, I didn't meet many people. A misty Monday morning, but the people I did all offered to help. Well, the ones who were going downwards, you know, they could say, oh, I could take the tent and carry some of the heavier objects for me. I knew I could get down, so I politely refused, but yeah, what an ending to an adventure. But it didn't spoil the ending at all. It didn't spoil the adventure at all. It was an absolutely fantastic 24 hours, and another section of the Pennine Way done. So the next big one's going to be the Berwyns in Wales, just north of Llangollen. But there'll be a hike in between then, I would have thought, and I'm looking to do another early morning sunrise session. So and the sunset from here as well, because I need to do one and summer's nearly over. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button. I'd be grateful. I'm also a massive favour, if you guys could do me a massive favour, just one of you. If you're watching it on your mobile, or if you're not, if you could go onto your mobile and hype the video. I'm just curious what it would do for me numbers. You know, I always get a couple of likes, not many at all really, but still I always get a couple. But if someone could just hype it as an experiment, see what it did, I would be so grateful. So yeah, thank you. Any newcomers, this is all I do, outdoor stuff, whether it be backpacking, wild camping, that's my main passion, hiking, yeah, basically it's all outdoor stuff. So if you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing. You know, it's free. So thank you again for watching, it means the world, and I will see you in the next adventure.